Yeah, big day this afternoon. A controversial one yesterday. Mike Dean, who's part of our coverage today, joins me. Mike, we all know what we're talking about. I mean, we all make them, but very simply, Paul Tierney's made a mistake, hasn't he?
Yeah, unfortunately for Paul, it is a mistake, and it's a bad one as well. Obviously, leads to a goal eventually.
We understand the referee's body, PGMOL, has accepted the VAR controversy were incorrect decisions. They will cooperate with the Premier League following their request to review the incidents and will use it to help the development of their match officials. We told you earlier the Premier League had asked them to review the two incidents that led to goals being ruled out by VAR.
You look at the walk, people were there. People were watching the games. People were following. So there is a love for the game. I said it so many times. I do. To beat games a different way. You know, before it was all offensive and suddenly it became a bit more, let's not concede and then we can always score, to now being a team that's very good on set pieces, by the way, and is outstanding. Let's not be upset about that. But it's not the same way. Other guys, the ball doesn't go to him often. He goes way quicker on the wings at times to try to maybe find a corner or a free kick. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is that did hurt. I think, and I'm going to repeat myself, but it's very important. You cannot go to win a title and think about not losing games.
Yeah, it's a good question, because there is still some judgment to be made by the official in this case, because we think it probably brushes the arm. We don't know for sure. But you might think, OK, he's leaned into it. I'm still going to stick with my penalty decision. I think he was right to overturn it. He could keep it if he wants. That's why you hear the officials, the VAR, still checking the APP, the attacking possession phase. Just in case the referee keeps the call at the screen, we've got to check if there's an offside too. And I know people get frustrated sometimes about the time it takes with the checks, but that's why they're going through the full due diligence to make sure that, you know, he goes to the screen, he says, I'm going to keep my penalty, but we've not checked if there's an offside as well. So that's why we're going through that process. They're really skilled at going through the process. It's not just like watching TV at home. They're having to work through a process to ensure they don't miss anything.
Another thing I wanted to ask you as well, because we hear this sometimes when we're commentating ourselves and that, I think if you're a supporter, you think, oh, the referee's going to have a look at a decision. But as you can hear there with the audio, he's actually getting fed the information about why he should change his decision before he's actually got to the screen. So is that influencing him before he's actually looked at it again?
We want the referee to make the final decision at the screen. They're provided with the video evidence that the VAR has looked at and formed the opinion that something's clearly wrong. But the final call is the referee's, apart from those situations that are factual. So the one we saw with Kai Havertz, where the ball just has to strike the arm, inside or outside the field of play, or inside or outside the penalty area, those sort of situations are deemed factual. So we just take the word of the VAR. But the referee makes the final call. But the VAR will say, this is why I'm sending you, have a look at this aspect. But you make the final call. He's one of the best referees in the world. Michael Oliver will no doubt review that. He doesn't want to have a negative impact on the game by overreacting to something, and sometimes players will be on a yellow card and then there'll be pressure to show a second one.